Welcome to another episode of Chiro Math. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to add $100,000 to your clinic fast. And I'm going to explain to you exactly how you do it and how much it should cost you. Now, this is perfect for someone who's maybe thinking of selling their practice or getting close to retirement and you don't want to have a million patients, right? You'd rather add $100,000 to your clinic as fast as possible just to live comfortably or potentially sell it. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how it is that we're doing it for clinics and even helping them sell it. So we got to start with the basics. You're not a monster machine, you're a one-man show, right? Your care plans are not going to cost $5,000. Most likely, your care plans are going to be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000, right? This is what we're usually seeing, right? So care plans, they're usually between $1,000 to $2,000. But what I like to do in my math is to keep things simple. So in order for us to hit $100,000, we need to get 100 new patients at $1,000 each, correct? So if I do some math, like I remember my good math teacher taught me in school, right? So this is going to make 100,000 extra dollars, right? Because we do 1,000 times 100 is 100,000. So how do we get the 100,000 and how do we get the 100 patients, right? So everything is a game of math when it comes to marketing. Well, we know how many patients we need to get. Now, how do we actually do it? The first thing that we do, okay, is that we're going to build what we call a landing page, okay? The landing page is the foundation of everything that we'll do. Now, the landing page is going to have a great title. For example, why sitting for 10 hours a day is killing you slowly, right? It's going to have a great title. It's going to have a fantastic video of you explaining to people why them sitting for 12 hours a day is the equivalent of smoking 10 cigarettes, last I saw in a recent study. From here, people are going to be clicking a button, okay? And this whole thing is going to lead to a $47 offer. So this is a $47 offer, okay? Now we're gonna offer to help these people for only $47. That means that for $47, they will come into the clinic. Now, in order for people to get to this website, we need to make more video, okay? And that video is gonna bring them there. So things like top 3 things you can do if you have back pain and you work in an office, right? The video, the content that we're going to do is going to be you in front of camera, just like I'm doing here, explaining different types of concepts that relate to your buyer. So, right? So in the first 3 seconds of the video, you're going to call them out. You're going to tell them what their problem is and how you can help them. And at the end, you're going to say, if you like this video, please click my video and I will give you the solution for $47, okay? The $47 is very important because it explains to them that there's a financial commitment to seeing you. Why is this important? So now, you do the video, you do the website, then you get all these lists of names, right? So you get Jane, right? She's 47 years old, okay? Now, Jane and a bunch of other people are gonna start filling this information out. Now, what do you do with this information? You have to call them, and that's such a pain in the butt, right? So what we like to do is we actually like to give these people to our professionally trained call center who is going to call Jane and say, hey Jane, my name's Trevor. I heard that you are interested in fixing your back. Is that still relevant? Yes, Trevor. Thank you so much for calling me so fast. I love what Dr. Brad is doing. I really resonate with his energy. I loved his videos. When is he available? And Trevor said, no problem, Jane. I love that you loved our videos. Now, as you know, the commitment is $47. Will you be paying cash or credit card? And then Jane will say, I'm going to be paying credit card. And Trevor is going to take the payment over the phone. Now, by having this whole process and by collecting the payment up front, these are some of the metrics that we have seen with our clients, okay? What's important to understand is how much does Jane cost us, right? How much does one Jane cost, okay? This metric is important because that's gonna allow us to understand how much is gonna cost 100 new patients if we know the cost of Jane. So Jane is gonna come in at about $60, okay? Now, I wanna be clear, this is $60 paid, okay? So, and remember, in a previous video, I explained what a CPPB is, okay? So CPPB is the cost per paid booking. Okay, so it's the cost for someone like Jane, right? Because you have to understand, there's gonna be more than Jane, right? There's gonna be Jane 1, Jane 2, Jane 3. Out of those 3 Janes, maybe only Jane 1 is gonna pay. Okay, not all 3 Janes are gonna pay. What I care about is what is the CPPB, okay? Cost per paid booking. It is the cost to have Jane give you $47 over the phone. Now, in my experience running these types of funnels with the video and the VSL and all that stuff, it costs about 60 bucks, okay? Now, so that means how much is gonna cost our 100 patients? So our CPPB, cost per paid booking, equals $60, okay? And we need 100 new patients, okay? That means that it's gonna be $6,000, right? I think my math is good there. All right, so $6,000 equals 100 new patients. All right, now to be clear, we are not finished here. So $6,000 is 100 new people in your chair saying, hello, Dr. Brad, I need an adjustment. Please fix me. Out of these 100 people, how many will you be able to sell a care plan to, right? Now, usually, if you're an experienced doctor, the care plan is about, let's be conservative, okay? 60% close rate, CL, okay? Close rate. That means that for every 10 people that come in, 6 people are gonna buy your care plan, okay? So that means that we don't need 100 people to come in, right? That's not 100 paying customers that are gonna buy your care plan. You actually need more. Now my math is very bad, okay? So I'm just gonna round this up. Let's say you need 200, okay? So that means we're gonna redo this. So let's just make this easier, okay? 50% close rate. That means that for every 10 people that come in, 5 people purchase a care plan. You have a 50% close rate, okay? Now, how do I get 100 care plans? And now I'm doing math on the fly, so please forgive me. That means that you need 200 paid bookings. Okay, so 200 paid bookings times $60 cost per paid booking equals $12,000. That means you will need to give Facebook $12,000 to get $100,000. Now, does that make sense to you? And we have been seeing people get their first paid person, okay? Paid patient, paid lead that's gonna come in, okay? That is giving us money over the phone in as little as 7 days, okay? So that's how it's fast, because you're getting it for 7 days. In 7 days, you're getting the first one, and then you can be on your way to get 100 care plans, right? Which really means 200 paid bookings if your close rate is 50%. Okay, so you have to be the baddest, the worst Chiro closing 5 out of 10 on a care plan at $1,000. And this is the math for this. So that's how you're gonna do it. And remember, you have the landing page explaining the problem, you have your video with the offer at $47, and then you have someone calling the leads on the end. Thank you for coming. See you on the next episode.